Good morning from Utarati, Thailand's sleepiest town, it seems. A town in the northern regions of Thailand, and I am here because yesterday I was taking a 15-hour train from Bangkok to Chiang Mai, and I decided that I didn't have 15 hours in me, so I jumped off. And here in Utarati is the stop in which I arrived. But in this video, I just wanted to talk about how you are able to travel as cheap as I do. Now, I think there is a common misconception that traveling costs thousands of pounds to be able to do, whether that be for a few weeks, a month, many months, or 1 year, whatever it is. I'm here to break such myths. I'm about to show you how you can travel in Thailand, for this specific example, for 1 month for as cheap as chips. Or if you want the exact number, keep watching until the end and you'll be able to see exactly how much you can travel for 1 month in the land of smiles. First things first, I just want to talk about flights, all right? Because I think a lot of people think flights cost a lot of money, which they can, but if you do it right and you choose the right dates and the right flights, meaning you might have to do a few more stops, then you can find flights that are really cheap. For example, from London Gatwick to Bangkok is £184, and that leaves Gatwick at 4:30 in the PM, and it arrives in Bangkok 50 hours later at 4 AM. Now, the effort of that journey definitely reflects the price. You have to stop 1, 2, 3 times, but that is one way how you can find cheap flights. Now, if you wanted to pay, sorry guys, it is scorching hot here, mate. If you wanted to pay a little bit more, you have got another option down here from London Heathrow at 9 PM, and it's a 16-hour journey which arrives in Bangkok at 8 PM, and that is for £309. These are just some other examples. Miami in the US to Delhi in India. It's a 20-hour journey with 1 stop, and that is shy of £300. Then you've got another one, which is again from the US to India, and that is a 31-hour journey with 1 stop for £224. So you've got a plethora of options with your flights to get from A to B. Have a look on the likes of Google Flights and Skyscanner, the ones that I use, and you will find some good flights if you look properly. Now we're going to talk about accommodation, because when I've spoke about how much I spend on accommodation, be that apartments on Airbnb or hostels on Hostelworld or hotel rooms on booking.com, a lot of people have given me a little bit of backlash to say that you can't live for that cheap in these places. Well, yes you can. Right here we have a beach hut in Koh Samui. This is one that I've looked at many times for the next time that I visit the south of Thailand to go to the islands. You've got a nice bed, a nice bit of linen on the mattress, and sheets and pillows, a towel. It doesn't come with AC, it comes with a fan, but you've got your own place with a shared bathroom. You can get this for £173 for the month. That would be from 23rd of October until the 23rd of November, as you can see right here. So when people say that it's too expensive to live in these places, I hope that's some proof. And again, we're talking about kind of nitty-gritty travel. We're not talking about the glamorous all-inclusives with, you know, the swimming pool and the gym and getting your room tidied every day. We're talking about traveling, getting into the belly of the beast, you know what I mean? Another example is, say if you were traveling Thailand again and you were up in the northern regions of Chiang Mai, where your boy is heading very soon. This right here is your own apartment, and for 32 days, which is just over a month, from the 1st of December till the 2nd of January, you can get this place for £212. It's an entire apartment and it's in a nice place in Chiang Mai. Now I'm giving this month example because it's just an easier way to do it. Yes, you might dot around 4 or 5 times in a single country within a month, but for example, if you were to go to just 2 places and slow travel and really enjoy yourself in those 2 specific places, you can spend £100 in Chiang Mai on accommodation, another £100 in the islands of Koh Samui, and then that is your accommodation sorted. There's no bills, there's no gas, there's no electricity, you're not paying for water, you're paying for the accommodation for the dates that you're selected to stay there. The next thing is getting around. Personally, I like to take like the bottom tier classes when it comes to buses and trains when traveling in a country. As I did yesterday, came from Bangkok to Uttaradit. That was a 3rd class fan on a train, which cost me like £6. So let me show you how you can do the same right now. Here you've got a train for £7, which leaves Bangkok at 10:30 in the evening and arrives the next day in Chiang Mai at 12:10 midday. You can get the sleeper carts to the left, and to the right you've got the sleeper compartment, which are going to be double, like £22, which is about 25, 26 US dollars. But then you're paying for a little bit more luxury, which is absolutely fine. But if you want to budget travel in what we're talking about, you would go for the lowest class at the lowest price, okay? And obviously the lowest level of comfort. So that's one example. The other is going from Bangkok to Koh Samui, and this is on a website called 12Go Asia. This would cost you £24, a 15-hour journey, which leaves Bangkok at 7 PM and arrives in Koh Samui the next morning at 10 AM. Okay, so that is inclusive of the bus and the ferry down to Koh Samui from Bangkok. The next thing is food, and I can give you some kind of examples here of what I've got for some snacks for today's train journey. Bottle of water, which cost 11 baht. Some nuts, which cost 30 baht. And then what else have we got, Chrissy Boy? 3 bananas, which cost 6 or 7 baht each, right? 1 tin of tuna, which was actually really expensive. This was 35 baht, so don't be buying that all the time, even though it's good protein, mate. Coconut water for 12 baht. Also, we've got an electrolyte packet for 7 baht. Super cheap and super good for you because I'm always sweating my Welsh tatters off here in Thailand. If you were to go for a meal out in the likes of anywhere in Thailand, you can be paying for a nice pad grapao meal, which is like spicy beef and rice. Usually comes with a fried egg plonked on top, anywhere from between 30 to 60 baht. If you're doing it right and you're solo traveling, you actually won't spend much more than £5 a day on food and drinks. Avoid the beers, avoid the cocktails, avoid the shots. Only allow yourself them like, I know, 5 out of 7 days in a week, mate. But no, seriously, avoid alcohol if you're budgeting, because it will just destroy your bank balance. So £5 a day over the course of 30 days, that's going to cost you £150 on food. And that's doing 2 meals a day, a couple of snacks, a few drinks of your preference, and yeah, whatever, mate. 2 more things to discuss would be the likes of exercise. Gym, working out, getting stacked or getting shredded, mate, whatever your preference. You can either spend no money at all and work out in the likes of parks such as this. You can do press-ups right here, you can do air squats, you can do lunges, you can do plank, you can do tricep dips. You can do that all from here, and that costs zilch, mate. Or then you can go and do drop-in sessions in a gym, which might cost you £1 or 2 depending on where you are and the quality of the gym. For an additional option, if you're into this stuff, you have in some parks these exercise equipment pieces where you can do whatever they provide. The other thing is just to run and walk as much as you can, because God gave us 2 legs to be able to do so, people. Yeah, so I kind of mix it up when it comes to working out. I don't pay so much attention these days to how I was before, where I was like completely obsessed with being in shape all the time. Now it's just more so for health and to feel good about myself and for overall discipline added into my day. The last thing is travel insurance. I personally don't do it. I've had many experiences in the past where travel insurance has not paid out, and I'm talking like 5 times, 5 occasions in 5 different countries, and it just has not worked out for me, and it's been pretty bad. So I've given up on travel insurance, but it's one of those things where do as Chrissy Boy says and not as Chrissy Boy does. But mate, saying you were traveling Thailand on a full coverage travel insurance policy, you can get that for, and this is obviously ChatGPT, and you can go and get your own quotes on the companies that do so. It says expect to pay about 65 to 125 pound for solid full cover insurance in Thailand for 1 month. Okay, let's conclude with the total costs of how much it would cost you to budget travel around Thailand for 1 month. Let's work backwards. £150 for food. Then we looked at the apartment in Chiang Mai and also the little beach hut in Koh Samui. So let's round that up for a month for about £250 total. £125 for 2 weeks in Koh Samui and £125 for 2 weeks in Chiang Mai. Let's factor in the costs of going from Bangkok to Chiang Mai and then Chiang Mai back down to Koh Samui. £7 train up to Chiang Mai, and then it's going to cost you an additional probably £50 to go back down to Koh Samui from Chiang Mai, because you'll have to go to Bangkok and then get an additional train to Koh Samui. The full coverage of travel insurance, which again will go to that top tier, which ChatGPT said for £125. Now you're probably thinking, right, let's factor in some sort of tourist stuff. £250 for an example for the month. And now let's look at return flights from the likes of London to Thailand. That's probably going to cost you around £350 if you book well in advance and you look at the right flights on the right dates and you don't mind doing some extra stops in between your journey. Total cost of £1,182. Oh. So there it is, £1,182 for a full month of budget travel around Thailand. And yes, again, those are rough estimate costs. You could spend more, you could spend less. And when you're traveling full time like I do, you will spend considerably less because you will slow travel and you will spend more time in fewer places. I hope that helps in some way, shape or form. And now it's time to get out of this sun and get on the 5-hour train from the lovely, quiet and peaceful Uttarati in the northern regions of Thailand and get my ass up to Chiang Mai for the next week, mate. So yeah, happy days guys. Happy, actually don't know what day it is. So I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.